What is up, lovers of budget cars and bikes? Welcome back to the channel and to the finale, as it were, the final video on the Volkswagen Transporter. The cat's even come out to say goodbye. It is the end of the project. We have come to the final video, as it were. Everything's been done. There is absolutely nothing else that I can realistically do because I think I've spent far too much money, if I'm honest, and I don't want to spend any more. And I think it's turned out brilliantly, I have to say. I am so happy with so many aspects of this van. I love what's been done to the interior. I love the way the paint's come out, the roof rails. I mean, what I'm going to do throughout this video is I'm going to stick in some pictures of as it was, as it were, when it first arrived, and then basically we can go from there and you'll get an idea of how the van was and how it is now, and the complete transformation that we've done to this van. Everything from the wheels, I managed to paint reasonably well, I think. The brake calipers back and front as well. The wheels are in spectacular condition. What else did we do? The roof rails, as I said, the wheels, these sequential indicators, which are fantastic. I really like those. We've done a whole video on these LED headlights, which we've upgraded as well. I hope you've seen that. I'll link that in up here somewhere. Again, very interesting. Not cheap, but a really, really nice little touch as well. I bought some new little grills for the bottom of here. Obviously, we bought some new number plates because they were looking a little bit tired. What else? There's the other headlight, obviously, in the sequential. We'll get inside in a minute and I'll show you around. And, well, that's the exterior. I mean, there's not much you can say. It's a big old panel van, isn't it? But, as I said, I hope you've seen the picture of as it was before. And then we're going to have a little look and see what it is like right now. We just open up these back doors and you'll see from this kind of angle what we've done. Again, as I said, I'll slip in some pictures and you can see what's been done. There's the kind of furniture pod, as it were. The back doors have been carpeted, there's curtains in there, everything is looking absolutely stunning. I've had two people already turn up to have a look at this van and both have been so impressed with what's been done. There's the little bar that I put across there as well, which basically stops the cushions from falling out when you open the back doors. Just a little added extra. Not everybody does it. Some guy on one of the forums mentioned it and I thought that's a cracking idea. There is the upholstery, the cushions as it were, 4-inch memory foam that have all been upholstered by Esther over at Esther Crafts. Thank you so much for getting involved in that. I think these have turned out spectacular. They don't always look these creased, obviously. If I just do that, I've been sitting in it basically getting ready to say goodbye, but they are really, really great. And you get these scatter cushions as well. Link in the description for Esther Crafts. The kitchen pod has turned out great as well. I did stain that with a kind of wood stain to try and kind of match the floor a little bit. That's the vinyl floor we put in as well. I'll put a link for that in the description as well if you're interested. That's really nice. I was so impressed with that. And there's the dimmer switch and the little kind of control unit there for a twin USB socket and a cigarette lighter, voltage regulator and an on-off switch, which I put in not so long ago. Behind that little kind of kitchen pod is a little fuse box as well, which runs directly to the battery. And there are the lights up in the roof as well. Massive shout out to the people that supplied that for me as well. I'll put their link in the description. There are the seat covers. We'll go and have a little look at those. Let me just close. Actually, no, I'll leave those open. We'll just open up the side door and we'll spin around and I'll show you exactly what's going on in here. So that's the angle from there, basically. That is your seating area. As I said in a couple of other videos, I decided to go for this U-shaped kind of affair here because I don't know if you've ever sat on a rock and roll bed in a camper van. They are not comfortable long term. If you sit up, they're like sitting in a school chair. Basically, you're sat up. So if you wanted to sit and kind of watch TV, have a coffee or whatever, it's not a very comfortable position to be in because you're bolt upright. Here, you can, as you can see, lounge out, watch a bit of TV. If you've got a 12-volt TV up here, because obviously there's a socket for it there. If you've got a cooker in there, little sink and kind of a SMEV unit, as it were, you could quite easily make yourself a cup of tea and look out the back at the ocean, whichever way you're doing it. There's the lights again. I'll get inside in a second. There's the floor again as well. I really think that's turned out so nicely. We put in a fire extinguisher, as you may know from the other videos. The little kind of storage door there as well, which opens up nicely with these little clips like so, and more of that lovely floor. So let's just jump inside. As you can see, more doors here as well. There's 1, 2 and 3 huge amounts of storage. And this is the little unit I was telling you about. If you just press that, you'll see everything. Oh, let's press it a bit better. And that lights up the whole roof there, and that obviously dims up and down as you move your finger. Let's turn that off. And there's the little switch. As you can see, you've got a double USB socket there. That just covers up. And then you've got a little cigarette lighter just there. I've wired all that in, obviously, with a fuse. And then you've got your kind of kitchen worktop, as it were. I haven't put a cooker in there. I decided that wasn't the way I wanted to go with this one. I've done it in the past. And basically, I spoke to the people that I've sold the van to afterwards, and they said they never used the cooker. So I thought, right, I'm not going to do it this time. I am basically going to leave it up to the next person. These are the seat covers. Really impressed with those as well. We've done a whole video on these seat covers, fitting them and what I thought of them. huge big pocket down there, which I thought was really, really useful. Really nice, actually. There's a link in the description for those seat covers as well. Let's open up this passenger door, and there are the seat covers from the front. They were about 100 quid, I think. Not massively expensive, but really did transform the van. The only thing I don't like is they do seem to be kind of ruffled up here, but that's because they've got huge amounts of padding. So I think after a while they just kind of sit up a little bit, which is a bit of a shame, but it is just a seat cover. There's the steering as well. We put a steering wheel from a Volkswagen Golf Mark 5, and I think that's turned out really nicely. And the dials there as well. There's a whole video on these dials if you look back through the catalogue for this kind of series on the VW. We fitted those just to update the cabin, as it were. And of course an overmat, as it were, a cabin mat there in black, which I think has turned out quite nicely, which has also got matching ones here and here. And that is pretty much it. Oh no, I forgot to tell you, I also carpeted the cab roof as well there. As you can see, I'm hoping that kind of comes out there, because it was sagging, it was looking a bit dated, a little bit old. So I thought, okay, well, let's just match it in with the one in the back. And I think, again, that's turned out really, really nicely. And some blackout curtains, as you can see, we've got them this side here. They just kind of pop in there and there, and when you're ready, you just undo these little straps here, you kind of pull them together, and you've got a blackout curtain there, plus obviously curtains there and a curtain here, so you've got real nice kind of cozy dark area if you want to camp overnight, as it were. Let's just close up this door a second, and this door here, and we'll finish off the whole series right here, because there's not much else I can tell you about the van. It is done, it is sorted, it is ready for sale. Now the big question: what's it worth? Would I do it again? How much should I spend? I'm going to stick in this corner here somewhere, probably halfway across the screen, a whole list of everything I did and how much it cost me and the final total. I'll stick it right up in here for 10 seconds. You can have a little look through that, work it out for yourselves, because it's quite an itemised list. And it wasn't cheap. I mean, the van came in to me at £3,250, which is about right. It wasn't cheap, it wasn't expensive, it was just about right for this age, this mileage, and the condition and service history it had. We then went on to spend probably about another £4,000, believe it or not, but that did include the full RAPTOR respray. Talking about the RAPTOR respray, oh, those are the new lights as well. They were really nice. Link in the description and a video on those. Talking about the RAPTOR, how did it turn out? What do I think of it? I think it turned out absolutely stunning. I love this colour. I love the whole concept with RAPTOR, the way it's just a kind of a rough textured feel that should last forever. I just, as I said in previous videos, I would make sure you go to the best place you can possibly find in your area that does it, that has a bit of experience. You choose your colour right. You make sure you're going to get everything you pay for. I don't think I would do a RAPTOR paint job again on an expensive van. If I had a little shop unit, a garage and a compressor, and I could buy the RAPTOR paint myself, and it was a £500,000 van, yes, great idea. I don't think I would do it on a £4,000 or £5,000 van again, because there are certain things that you can't do. I mean, obviously, if this was normal paint, if you get a tiny little scratch, which you shouldn't do on RAPTOR, but if you did, you can probably just wet and dry it and then polish it out. You can't do that with RAPTOR. You've got to basically paint it, that bit that's scratched. I don't like that aspect. That is probably my only negative, if I'm honest, is the fact that you can't polish any scratches once they're there. The good thing, of course, is you shouldn't get any scratches. So, yeah, I don't know. As I said, I would do it again, but I want to do it on a much cheaper van, something that's a maximum of £1,000, 1,500 quid, something like that. And then that way, if I can do it myself, I know it's been done the way I wanted it to be done. You know, you haven't got to rely on other people and their inadequacies, should we say. But I think it's turned out nicely. I love the concept, I love the colour, and again, if you look back at the pictures of the van when it was first here, when it first arrived, and looked at it now, it's night and day. What's it worth? Well, it owes me about £7,000. What do I think it's worth? With a 12-month ticket on it, I think it's probably worth somewhere between £8,500 and £9,500. That would be my guess. Bearing in mind, it's had a dual mass flywheel and clutch. It's had a full service as well. It's had new brake pads. It's had drop links. It's had top mounts. It's had a huge amount of work done to it. It's ready to go. And with a 12-month ticket, I'd be putting this up at £9,500. We're looking at getting maybe 9, something like that. I think that's where you need to be with this. It's not the right time of year to sell it. It is a grim, grim, grim February day here in Cornwall. And I mean, I may have already sold it. There's a lovely couple that came round to see it. They're supposed to be turning up this afternoon to do a deal on a car as a Part X, which I'm actually going to put money into, but I'll tell you more about that if I do the deal, and we'll do a quick review on that car. It's not a car I'll be keeping because it's too expensive, and I don't need an expensive car, but I do need my space back, because as you can see, a van takes up a fair amount of space, and I need it gone. I've had my fun with this. I've done everything I wanted to do. I've experienced a lot with it as well, and now it is time to send it on its way to its new owner. If you liked this series, guys, please consider subscribing, give the video video a thumbs up, a like and a share, all that kind of good stuff. We may do another van in the future, we may not, I haven't decided yet. This hasn't put me off doing vans, just because if you look at the van like that, it's just stunning. It's like a new van. I mean, there's not one bit of rust on it anywhere. We've been around it enough times that you would be able to see if there's any rust. I think it's turned out stunning, and it has put me in mind to do another one, but a cheaper one. You know, pick up a van for 1,500 quid, spend 500 quid on it. That's where I'm most comfortable. This one's got to go because I've got too much money tied up in it, and I do have a lovely couple turning up this afternoon who are hopefully going to take it on, put their personal mark on it, and enjoy it for what it's been built and designed for. But that is it for this series on the VW T5 Transporter. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, look back through the other videos as well if you want to see any of the parts we fitted, like lights and roof bars and all that kind of good stuff. And give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. That would really help. Doesn't cost you a penny, takes a second, means the world. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've got comments, please put those in the comments section. Be really interested to see your thoughts on this, how it turned out, etc., etc. And look out for another video in a couple of weeks. All right, take care, guys. Thanks for watching.